Hi gals, welcome back to Zero Waste Closet, and this is the 2024 kickoff to the capsule wardrobe, I guess you could say challenge. This is a personal challenge that I love to take where I work on shrinking down my closet to a point of maximal satisfaction as well as maximal simplicity when it comes to getting dressed. And so I have experimented with many techniques in the past. I often advocate the same strategy, and today we're going to look at kind of a variation on that strategy that I discovered over the holiday break when I started following an awesome YouTuber named Emily Wheatley. I will link to her YouTube channel in the description box below. Gals, I feel like I've met my spirit animal in Emily. She is edgy yet casual. She is an aspiring minimalist just like I am, and she does a ton of capsule wardrobe videos, and she's got some suggestions in there, and I'm always trying to grow and evolve myself, and she put some suggestions in her videos that made me go, oh gosh, maybe this is what I need to try. I thought I had it down, but maybe not. And the reason I say maybe not quite is that I have trouble sticking with my capsule wardrobes. Okay, full honesty, full disclosure here. I have a lot of fun creating them, but then I have a little bit of trouble sticking with them. Resonate with anybody? You guys have that issue too? So I wanted to do something slightly different this time to see if I could make it work better, and I have a sneaking suspicion that we are seriously onto something. The big difference between how Emily shows that she creates her capsules and the way that I have been doing it has to do with the pieces that we start with, and I feel like she almost starts at like the opposite end of the spectrum. So I have often started with laying out the foundation, and this is kind of a classic approach to building a capsule wardrobe. We take those heavy lifting pieces, the ones that are the most functional, usually the basics, the ones that can multitask, and then we get all of those included, and then we kind of add on from there. Well, Emily kind of starts at the opposite end with what I refer to as her hero pieces. What is a hero piece? A hero piece is something that you cannot wait to wear. This is hero piece in my own words because lots of YouTubers talk about this. Something that you feel fabulous in, that truly speaks to your personal style, that just works for you every time and just makes you excited to get dressed. Hero pieces do not have to be super functional. They can be very novelty pieces, very trendy pieces, maybe something super seasonal, or they could totally be just that pair of jeans that are maybe a little on the more mundane side, but they're the thing that if they got lost or ruined somehow, you would feel like you were gonna die if you didn't have that in your wardrobe. So hero pieces is where we're going to start. Once we carefully select out our hero pieces, then, and this is my own technique, we're going to create 2 looks out of each hero piece. And when you're done with that, you're done. Yes, it's actually that simple. Okay, well, not necessarily, because what you will do when you're done picking all of this out is you're gonna sit back, you're gonna take a bird's eye view, and you're gonna go, does this all make sense here? Does this speak truly to my personal style? Does this capture what Emily talks about as moods? Now, I love this. This is one thing my previous capsules in my own case kind of fell short on. They didn't always speak to my style moods. And the reality is that I do have a pretty consistent personal style. Most of us, I think, do, but we have moods. We have range within that style. And so when you sit back and look at what you chose, does it cater to the more elevated side of yourself? Maybe the more elevated events that you have going on in your life? Does it also allow you to be dressed down, laid back, chill, and casual? Also sit back and evaluate the capsule that you've just chosen and really ask yourself if these are things you're excited to wear. Are these like some of your very favorite outfit combos, or have some of the shoulds snuck in? Guys, it's so easy to have that happen. I thought I was way past that, but when I started really looking through my closet and evaluating, I realized there were a ton of shoulds in there, meaning things that I thought should be in a capsule wardrobe or things that really caught my eye, but really didn't totally feel like me when I put them on. Maybe things that were cute on me, but not super comfortable, and comfort is a huge high priority for me. So clearly knowing who you are, knowing what you love, knowing your personal color palette, make sure there aren't things in there that don't look absolutely fabulous on you. Every single thing in your capsule should look amazing on you. Now, that said, everything doesn't have to be the most magnificent, high fashion outfit combo ever. It should all be very wearable. And this is another place where I think I sort of veered off in the past, was that I was trying to put together very clever, creative combos. And the reality is, on a daily basis, I'm just a little more dressed down than that, and I like things to be ultra wearable. So make sure this is a wearable capsule for you. And last but not least, and we talked about this in last week's 7 Habits of a Highly Effective Closet, make sure you don't have too much stuff, because we didn't set a specific number, unless maybe you did, then you can disregard this. But if you didn't set a specific number, then sit back and ask yourself, is this the right amount of stuff given the closet space that I have? If I keep this as my capsule, will I be able to see between the hangers? Will I have clear choices here, or do I feel overwhelmed? And if you feel overwhelmed, go back in, edit, and see if you can take out a few of what you call those hero pieces. And if that's still not enough, take out more until you get to a place that feels good to you. What are you going to do with the rest of the stuff in your closet? Are you going to now go pack it up and send it off to consignment, drop it off at a donation center? Not necessarily. Gals, don't get scared. Creating a capsule should not make you have palpitations, okay? You can totally pack away your stuff and store it, but the key is get it out of sight. If there are things you know you're never going to return to, then of course now's a really good time to let them go. Do a declutter in the process, but for the things that you think you still really love but that didn't make it into your capsule, set them aside. Put them in a bin out in your garage, pack them away into a different closet. Just get them out of the way, because you may be reaching in and borrowing those for your next capsule when the season changes. All right, gals, so without further ado, I'm going to take you over to my home. We're going to dive into my own closet. I'm going to show you what I chose as my hero pieces and all of the accompanying pieces that make the outfits, and then we're going to do a little fashion show at the end. Hi gals, here I am at home, and so let's just dive right into this. You know, I thought that I would just walk you through each piece of this capsule wardrobe, and then I realized you might not really want to see every single little piece. I just want to give you guys inspiration and guidance. The whole purpose of this is not to get you to come into store and buy each of these items, because frankly, a good portion of this is no longer available in store. This might be from last season or last year, but if you do see something you like, this is just a little side note, then drop it in the comment section below or send me an email, and if I don't have it in store, I can maybe give you some good alternative suggestions. But what I really want to do is just provide some guidance and inspiration. So I'm going to give you just an example of some of the hero pieces I chose so that you can see what really makes a hero piece. So let's start with the denim overall dress. Gals, I love this. I have come to terms with the fact that I am not a big dress wearer, but I wear them occasionally. So I made sure in my case that I only had 2 dresses that were hero pieces in this entire wardrobe. And I think that approximates how often I wear them. But I always feel really cute whenever I wear this, so it made the cut. Okay. On the more mundane front, remember I told you sometimes your hero piece isn't something that's super magnificent looking. It's just something you feel so fabulous in every time you wear it. And for me, this little black ribbed cardigan, which as of the filming of this video, we actually do have in store, this really just makes me feel amazing. I feel like it flatters my body, it captures my need for comfort. So I wanted to come up with a couple of outfits that this just looked amazing with. Then I went for a super casual jumpsuit. And remember how I talked about making sure that your capsule wardrobe speaks to your different moods? Once in a while, I just want to be so laid back and so chill. I just need to be cozy, and I love this. And I can elevate it by adding in something like a blazer, or I can take it down with the addition of perhaps a denim jacket. Okay, then back to, again, a basic that in my mind is a hero piece. These jeans here, the pull-on jeans, the boyfriend style from Lissé. I love these. Every single time I wear these, I get compliments. They are so comfortable. I joke that I could work out in them. They're like amazingly stretchy. They're shapewear, and they're just super easy to style. So this is something I would not want to be without. So this made the cut. And a final piece I'm going to show you here, which again does not capture all of the hero pieces I chose, but just really shows sort of the other end of the spectrum, is a fantastic blazer that really inspires me. And I love this ivory blazer from Velvet Heart. We do have this in store right now. This is probably one of the best tailored blazers I've ever put on. Every time I wear it, I just feel cool and modern and kind of edgy in the white, especially like the winter white. It's just fantastic. And if I really want to dress up, this is a great piece to have in my wardrobe. So this made the final cut. So gals, something else that I really want to point out to you is that a lot of these outfits required basics. And I love this because, you know, I've often felt like I didn't want to include my basic layering pieces like tank tops in my capsule wardrobe because they might take up a valuable position because I was trying to hit an exact number. Just the idea that I gave up needing to hit an exact number freed me up a little bit, but it also made me really hone in on the pieces that I am getting the most wear out of, and I'm going to put all of those other duplicates away because we've talked so much about how duplicates take up a ton of space. So by picking my hero pieces and then the matching outfits, I brought basics into the mix that now I can swap around and move around within the capsule. So just as an example, when I did my accompanying pieces, I ended up with things like both of these bodysuits, the long sleeve bodysuits, and just some good basic tank tops. So gals, the end result of all of this is that I ended up with 11 hero pieces. And as I stepped back and I took my bird's eye view, which I recommended that you guys do when you're done with this whole process, I actually felt really good about the number of pieces that I picked. They're all on a single rolling rack. I can clearly see everything. When I put this back into my closet, there will definitely be space between the hangers. And I was really happy to see that I had a really good mix in here, that I had everything from very casual to elevated, like a couple of dresses and a couple of blazers. So I felt like I got the entire spectrum of my moods, and I can cover most occasions that fit with my lifestyle within this wardrobe. And I also just kind of, I don't know if it's by luck or just the fact that I'm fairly consistent with what I feel good in, found that there's a pretty consistent color story here. And maybe that's just not a coincidence. Maybe it's the fact that I really made it important when I was choosing pieces and outfits that I feel like the best version of myself. And I think I have a color palette that I just gravitate towards, so that worked out perfectly. And to my delight, it was a pretty neutral color palette, which means for me that this has the potential to go forward into the rest of the year, into different seasons with just some swapping in and out, because I'm not committed to very bright, let's say specific colors, but I'm just slightly accenting with those. So I've got a lot of black and white in here, a ton of denim. I have some nice olive green accents, and I have like the red Riley shirt is in here. So I have those little pops of color, but they're definitely not the main staple of this. The main is neutrals, and that means everything can come together in countless ways. So before I move on to the footwear, I'm gonna just show you guys some accessories I chose. So I made a little handbag capsule that I felt went into this well, and threw a key piece of jewelry in as well. And some people that are really strict capsule wardrobe advocates will tell you that these pieces need to count as part of your capsule. I'm not really necessarily doing that. Like if I'm counting numbers, these are kind of on the perimeter here, but I think having a mini capsule simplifies and it helps declutter my closet. So I thought one key jewelry piece I wanted to bring in was a big long strand of pearls. I think that this is just going to add some fun and edge to a lot of different looks. So having several key jewelry pieces I think is a really big one, really honing in on that. And then on the handbag front, I wanted to treat it a little bit like I do, say, shoes, where it's kind of like, how many pairs of tennis shoes do you need? Or how many small handbags do you need? Have different types of things to kind of cover the range. So here's what I mean. I chose one large handbag for kind of like that everyday bag in a nice neutral color that goes with my color story here. Then I chose another slightly smaller bag. So just as an example, I took that big bag with me to the shopping mall with my daughter over the holidays. Yes, I got suckered into going to the mall and I regretted every minute of carrying that bag around. It was so big and so heavy, and so I realized I really do have a need for a smaller bag like this one in my capsule for when I'm out and about. This is a good one. And then last but not least, I wanted something that maybe was just like a good little out to dinner bag, maybe something nice to travel with, and something that would add a little accent and pop of color. And Tees by Tina just came out with the cutest little super lightweight leather bags, and I love the pop of cherry red. I also decided that this season I'm really gonna play around a lot with belts, because belts can really augment a look. They can add a lot of flair to it. They can be your main accessory, but I don't need a ton of belts. These are the ones I'm loving the most right now from Amsterdam Heritage. It's the thicker black leather belt with the studs. Then I wanted the thinner black leather belt as well, just for two different looks. And then finally, remember we're keeping this really simple, this Tees by Tina stretchy belt I really love for that low slung kind of 80s inspired look. And finally, gals, let's talk shoes. I could not believe, I was so excited. I could not believe that I was able to condense my shoes down to 6 pairs of shoes. This actually, interestingly enough, was not very hard work. What I did, every time I chose a hero piece, I tried on the accompanying outfits head to toe, made sure shoes went with them, and tried to borrow shoes from other looks to see if I could weave those in. And it turned out I just kept coming back to the same 6 pairs of shoes. So the reality is, I think this is all I'm gonna need in my closet for the season, which is like, oh my God, because I am like a shoe fanatic. I'm not getting rid of all of my other shoes, sorry. I'm just going to be putting them away because I really do think that the other ones will probably serve me well in future seasons. But for now, 6 pairs of shoes are gonna do it. So in no particular order, let me show you, and they are all just black and white. It's really that easy. I've got my little Sorel booty. This is a great little rugged booty. It elevates the look, but it can also stand up to rain. Well, not that we really get rain in Arizona that much, but if it did rain, these would be perfect. Then I have my trusted combat boot from Stivali. These get so much wear. They're so comfortable, and they're also cute with dresses. Then to truly elevate the look, I've got my little Coachy booty with the sparkle detail. This is fabulous. One thing every single pair of these shoes has in common is they are all super, super duper comfortable. Like none of these do I wear and feel like I have to change my shoes in the middle of the day. Then I've got my Converse. Gals, sorry, this one's not from the store, but I have to tell you, I am like a Converse obsessed crazy woman. These shoes are so ridiculously comfortable. If you don't already own a pair, do it now. This is such a great way to get that kind of street edgy vibe with your otherwise classic look. And then I have my tall Coachy boot. Sorry ladies, this one's from last year. This is a suede boot that looks awesome over leggings or under dresses. And then finally, I have my little leather wedge booty from Sorel, which we do currently have in store. I love this shoe, and this is great with a little bit of a longer pant or just to add a little bit of an edgy vibe that's not just a basic sneaker. So gals, that's it. It really was actually very simple. Now, I'm gonna tell you, it took some time. So if you're gonna do this, and I highly encourage you to try this method of building a capsule wardrobe, then I encourage you to do it on a day where you've got some number of hours, or you can split it into a few days, maybe over the weekend, but really devote your time and attention to this. Do it right, because you don't wanna keep having to do it over and over and over again over the coming weeks. Really take your time, make this your me time, and really try to get centered. Really see how true you can be to yourself. Get very clear about your personal style, get very clear about what's comfortable to you, and make sure that everything that you are choosing really speaks to the person that you are at this moment in time. So if this was enough for you and you're ready to get started, then get out of here, go do it. But if you want to hang around for a few minutes, then I will tell you, I tried on all of my outfit combos, and then for each hero piece, I chose a third combination from other pieces within the capsule, the other accompanying pieces, just to prove to myself that the two outfits I chose aren't the only two outfits I can get out of that piece, if that makes sense to you. And I'm sure I could choose a million different outfits, but this was all I had time for. I also think this was really helpful to me because now I actually have a reference point. So if you are so inclined, maybe you want to make your own video that you keep for yourself of you wearing all of your different looks, or take some photos so that you have an easy reference guide. So we're gonna dive into this, and then we'll come back to the store for a little conclusion at the end. And I look so forward to seeing you guys in the next one. So enjoy the show. Gals, I hope you are as excited as I was when I started this experiment to go into your own closet and do this. Try it, try it. There is nothing to lose, and you are probably going to find that it trims out so much stuff that you're just generally not wearing, that you're keeping there for the just in case moments. And it's gonna really give you laser focus on the things that you absolutely love. And it's gonna simplify your life and make getting dressed both easy and inspirational. If you guys have any ideas, if you have questions, if you have techniques that you think would really enhance this process, drop those in the comment section below. Get a conversation started. I absolutely love that. Or feel free to send me an email to lisa@shopchillstyle.com. If you need some added inspiration, or maybe you're just looking for a few more hero pieces, then stop in to see us here at Chill Boutique in Fountain Hills, Arizona, or jump online to www.shopchillstyle.com. As always, if you guys liked this week's video, if you love this topic of capsule wardrobes, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already, make sure you jump on and subscribe to Zero Waste Closet. That way you guys get notifications whenever new videos come out. Happy capsule wardrobe building. I'm excited for you guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.